Shithole spooks? Shithole spooks. Intro. Be me. Wedge Cook. Jakarta, Indonesia. Shithole. Lots of ancient spooks around. Here's my first story. Be me. 2018. Wedge Cook. Took 2 days off from work. Bought a train ticket for a 7-hour ride. Train departs at night, so whole journey is in darkness, outside the train. Heard from train drivers that at night some spooks are seen around the train tracks. Expecting to see some local spook/ghost. Train departs. No happenings. Bored at train. Opens laptop. Shit posting. A few hours later, hear a distinct female scream from the next train coach. Thinking someone just became brokenhearted. Train conductor and railway police on duty suddenly running towards the scream. Intrigue.png. Railway police present means something is happening, probably passengers fighting each other. At this time, the loud female screams get louder, with train conductor and railway police shouting, "That's it, I'ma see what's happening.jpg. Running to next train coach. Saw train conductor and railway police pinning down a female passenger. The female passenger is screaming and resisting being pinned down, at the same time making gestures like ancient local traditional dancing. I asked fellow intrigued passenger nearby, "She's possessed by a female ghost. Maybe from the old train tunnel we just passed nearby?" All of my what.jpg? This random passenger I talked to seems to already know everything that is happening. My face when the same random passenger assisting the train conductor doing an exorcism. My face when the train indeed passes a 100-year-old tunnel. My face when heard stories about blood sacrifices during the tunnel constructions that involved dancers. My face when during the whole ordeal. Thanks for input. Looks like more shithole spooks. Be me. Be 2018. Wedge Cook sucks ass. Decides to hang around more often in train stations. I like trains.mp4. Involved in some railway passenger community services. Usually hangs out at the central transit station in Jakarta. Eventually, get to personally know the station master. One night, he invited me to have some coffee and cigarettes in his room during a sleepy midnight shift. There's a security camera monitor set up in his working station. Decides to peek around the CCTV cameras. There's a camera overlooking and monitoring the station's underground tunnel beneath platforms for passengers to use. Nobody there. Empty. It's midnight already, so it's normal. In the meantime, I decide to light a cigarette, looking away from the CCTV monitor for a while. When I look at the monitor again, I see a woman in a white dress standing still in the underground tunnel. Maybe she's just a weirdo. Pretty normal to see weirdos at midnight trains. Try to focus on her. Suddenly she's floating towards the tunnel's walls. Floating. Because no foot movement at all. She's literally floating and moving. She disappears into the tunnel's walls as if the tunnel swallowed her, all in front of my eyes on the CCTV monitor. My face when there's no doors at all to the tunnel except the janitor's storage room or some shit. My face when pic related. Shithole spooks again. This one's not about me, but a friend of mine who works as a train driver. Be me. Be a new train driver. Just recently finished training. Stationed in Bandung area. Bandung area was notorious for spooky sightings at night. Train drivers on night shifts always saw ghosts and spooks when in Bandung area. First train driver assignment. Night local train schedule. Departs Bandung train station. Passing dark valleys and forests. No lights at all. Only locomotive fog lights. Suddenly saw a woman in a red dress floating above in front of the locomotive. When focused on the woman, suddenly saw a silhouette of the man on the tracks. Wants to hit the emergency brake. But at the last moment, saw the man is covered in blood and gore, hanging from his torso. It's a ghost, but holy fuck.mp4. It's a ghost, maybe, but at the exact moment the locomotive hit the deformed man, he clearly heard a thud. Still thinks it's a ghost. Decides not to pull the emergency brake. Plays it cool. Nothing happened. Train driver assistant suddenly asked him, "You saw and heard that too, right?" Shitting bricks at this point. Train driver assistant already familiar with these kind of spooks. Your first assignment in this area, right? Don't worry, that was normal for a night train ride. The train driver assistant just said that it's fucking normal to see a woman floating in midair at night in the middle of a dark forest. A few hours later, arrived at the terminus station. Sweating profusely, station staff asked what is happening. Tell the whole story. They laughed, saying that it's normal. Fell sick for 3 days afterwards. Received permission for a week from local train company rep. Local rep says it's normal for new train drivers to fall ill for a week after they saw something spooky for the first time. My face when train company already knows that spooks are part of their job. Pic related is my face when. Shithole spooks again. There are urban legends in Indonesia, especially in places with train tracks, that there are level crossing demons that inhabited all level crossings and prey on unsuspecting humans by making them deaf, so they never hear a speeding train coming towards them. We call them setan budeg in our local language. I personally think I saw an occurrence of a level crossing demon preying on a human. Be me, be wage cook, be 2019. It's been years since I started using commuter trains. I already know routes and shit. Near my train station, there was a small illegal level crossing used by locals to cross train tracks. Now dismantled, as my train station has undergone renovations. The train tracks were usually walled off to prevent bystanders from wandering onto the tracks, but some locals bore a hole big enough for them to cross. Be a normal morning at 7 a.m. Me waiting for my commuter train, along with hundreds of other passengers on the station platform. You can see the illegal crossing from the station platform. Station announces that an inner-city train will soon pass by. Bell chimes blaring. From the hole in the wall near slum areas, a random guy appears. Seems like a construction worker on morning break, crossing the train tracks using the illegal level crossing. Unaware of the speeding inner-city train, he's not even slowing down a bit. When station chimes are blaring, he doesn't even notice the other passengers are already screaming at him to watch out for the speeding train. Then, the inner-city train hits him like a force no one has ever seen before. He's literally smacked so hard that a part of his body just explodes and bounces like a ragdoll for approximately 50 meters. Other passengers that see the whole ordeal are horrified. Some are crying. I myself just stood there in silence, unable to think anything. Soon there are railway police and station security and shit, covering the mauled corpse with newspapers. Still can see the bloody drips. Must have been the level crossing demon. More shithole spooks. Be me, be Indonesian, be 2019. Legislative and presidential election season. Candidates are campaigning themselves, pouring to the general public. Presidential debates and campaign are stealing the spotlight. Almost no one talks about legislative election and shit. Be walking home at 2:30 p.m. after disembarking at a commuter train station. Kind of like a meteor, but dimmer. Maybe it's a meteor.mp3. Hear a loud thud. Looks like the meteor hit one of those houses on the rooftop. Minding my own business. Light a cigarette, keep walking. When walking near the house that I heard the thud come from earlier, I hear shrieking and screaming from the house. For a moment, saw a middle-aged man lying on the floor while convulsing, surrounded by his panicking relatives. Neighbor running to the scene. Some are spooked, but some are being silent about it. Heard some of the neighbors talking about the man. He's been hexed by black magic, sent by some shaman. Turns out the man is one of the candidates for the legislative elections. One of his political opponents hired a shaman to put a curse on him. Shitting bricks at this point, but keep minding my own business, walking along the scene. Holy fuck, is this even real.jpg? Be me, be Indonesian, be remote working for months already due to Corona-chan. Fuck yes, I can work while on vacation. Be 1 week ago, book a train ticket to Yogyakarta for me and my GF. Took a vacation for a while remote working. Fast forward, already arrived in Yogyakarta and doing shit with my GF. Day 3 of vacation. My GF suggests that we should go to the sacred Parangkusumo beach. Fuck yes. My GF contacted her family to accompany us to the beach. There were 4 of us, me, my GF's friend Anne, my GF's friend's boyfriend, Riz. My girlfriend's friend, Anne, had her left arm fractured. We're using Anne's car, 4 of us driving to the beach at noon. Arrived to the beach at afternoon, hours before sunset. This particular beach is very sacred for Javanese beliefs, due to being the area of the sacred sea queen. Me, my GF, and Riz, Anne's boyfriend, sitting around the beach, smoking and shit. Suddenly, Anne has the urge to walk to the beachhead, toward the waves. Mind you, the waves at this beach are always rough, normally 3 to 4 meters, along with a strong wind. When Anne is standing near the shore, the waves in her proximity are suddenly calming down, while the wind is still strong. Holy shit, you guys seeing this? Look at the waves. Me, can't see shit aside of the waves in Anne's proximity are almost non-existent, while at other parts look like there's a mini tsunami. My GF and Riz saw that too. The waves at Anne's proximity are almost non-existent. Me, do you think what I'm thinking? My GF, yes, but we better not talk about it here. You know the reason. Riz, I agree. After approximately 1 hour, we saw Anne meditating at the shores, protected by calm waves. She returned to us near the parking lot, with her goddamn left fractured hand already recovered. What the fuck.jpg? She only smiles and puts on a huge grin, just like someone who won the lottery. Riz, you met her, didn't you, the queen? She only nodded. My face went,